Yo! Yo, yo, yo! How's it going, Sparrow? Clamp down. Manga Cat Hoppit. Zowie. Bacon. How's everyone's weekend? Bloop, bloop, bloop. I think everything's sorted out. I don't think my mic's done properly. Am I live? Can you guys see me? It says I'm live. I hope I'm live. Again, compressor. Do I want a compressor? No, compressor bad. Noise gate. Do I want a noise gate? That is the big question. How much difference does that? Noise suppression, maybe. No, I don't want noise suppression. Oh, I'm just leaving it at that. You can see me? Good! But can you hear me? That's the big question. Had a rough weekend, went to a burger restaurant, but they didn't have... Listen, dude. Ain't no way you ever go to Burger King and complain to the manager about the lack of carrot soup. I refuse to believe it. Also, it has been noted and carrot soup will be added onto the next menu. I promise. A play-up's fun, man. It's really enjoyable. I'd like to play it with someone on stream. That would be fun. Because I've played it with my brother. And it gets chaotic. But at least one person can focus on cooking and the other person can focus on serving. I like to serve because the cooking is so stressful. And I prefer to go around all the tables and get everybody's orders and make sure that they're all sorted. And I get to dish out. Like, I'll take all the pizzas onto the plates and serve them all up and dish them and stuff. No minestrone either. We had burgers, plain burgers, and then the option for carrots was available, and we said no. And then everybody got upset when no one got any. What did we have? Pumpkin pie. Nobody had pumpkin pie. Yes, there was a lot of grease, wasn't there? Oh, Sazzle, don't worry about the post office thing. That comes when it comes. It's not a big... Only lobster grease. That's funny. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, weebs of all ages, welcome back to the Monday stream. I hope you had a nice weekend. Today, we'll be doing a quick... story time / memory road for me, maybe a little bit of a insight to what I've been up to in my life on YouTube. And then I'm going to do a quick Bridgerton tier list. I finished watching season 1 over the weekend. It won't take too long. I know some people in chat have watched it. And as always, before we get started... Nexto! Contexto. Apologies, Zoe. Don't worry about it. It's fine. The stuff comes when it comes. You look after yourself. Contexto. I wonder how many times contexto, if at all. Never. It's not even a word that they consider. Let's do Bridgerton. Bridgerton won't be on there. How about period drama? How about period? That's not good. Why'd I pick that? Nature. Oh, nature's a good one. Bacon. Tree. Trees are natural. Never seen it, never plan to. Dude, you're missing out. If you're not into period dramas, then it's not going to be great. Building. Nature. What is nature? Churches are not nature. Why have you picked church? Drink. That's a sparrow word. Sparrow. Nature. Bird. Grass. Rabbit. Green. How about... What is nature? Wilderness. Very low down. Wild. We've done tree. Tree has been done. Nature. Nature. Air. Nature. What about if it's like... Greece? Somehow, I don't think Greece is going to be up there. Egg? You guys are just spitting up names now. Plant. Seed. Jungle. Far away. Library. The same words get picked up every single week. How is library close? Oh, paper. I knew it. Library, nature, has to be paper. Earth. Coral. Cloud. Cloud strafe. Water. Earth. Wind. Fire. Damn you, Avatar. Planet. Not a good one. Paper. Paper. What the hell is papyrus? What is What is papyrus? This dude from Undertale? What is papyrus? Oh no. Page. You'd think page would be closer to paper, but clearly not. Document. Read. Read. Stationary. Paper. Pen. Paper. Wood. Paper. Ink. Words. You make paper with it? Now I'm lost. And we just did pen. Ruler. Oh. Right? Oh. I see. That's why it says... I'm seeing a bunch of like scripts as well as this character from Undertale. I presume that's what they also use to do their drawings as well. We did tree already. Origami. Does it pick up? It does pick up Japanese words. Ink. I think I did ink already. Toilet. I feel like we're going a little bit in the wrong direction. News. Oh, publisher. Maybe like a newspaper. Like publication. Oh. So it's... I don't know where I'm going. In my head, I'm thinking news. I'm thinking newspaper. Ink. Article. Article could be a good one. Journal. Not journal. Journal. Oh, journal's a really good one. Diary. Did I do newspaper? I haven't done. Tabloid. Textbook. Oh, journal. Dictionary. There's not a type of book, maybe. Bible. Dissertation. Pretty good. We done newspaper? I have done newspaper. Novel. Print. Journalist. Oh, I can't listen to this one. Not allowed to. Notebook. I feel like that's going slightly backwards, maybe. Manual. Academic. Publication. Dissertation. Paper. Academic. Textbook. Journal. University. University. That essay, script, thesis. Yeah, don't give me any big words. Homework. University is closest so far. Academic. That's the one I just did, right? Academic, thesis, script. Hint. We're at 35. We don't need hint. Surely not. School. I was just thinking school because we got to university. Log. Book. Exam. Magazine. Education. I need one. Think. Brain. Degree? Did we just do that one? No, we haven't done degree. Research. Yes. Research is pretty close. Right, so it's more of like a mental state. Not a mental state. Research, more of an activity. Study? Have we done study? We're close. We're very close. We can get there. PhD? I wonder if that will work. Oh, very close. So we done test, professor. Oh, professor. That one's pretty close. Exam we've done. Colegio. That's professor. Teach, learn. Teacher. Tutor. Oh, that was it. Okay. Lesson. Lecture. Getting a little bit lower. Learn. We've already done learn. We've already done degree. I think. Yeah, we've already done degree. Professor. Who is the professor? He is a teacher, which is pretty low. And he doesn't study. He teaches. What else does a teacher do? Biology. Are we going into subjects now? Biologist. Doctorate. It's not him. Doctorate. Student. 101. Pretty far away. Subjects. Lectern. What is a lectern? Is that someone who turns up at the lecture, like a student? Lecturer. Knowledge. Good meme. Professor. We're at 98 now. What is that word? What does it mean? Learning. Professor. Did we do tutor? Yeah, we did tutor. Major. What do you get when you are at university? We've already done education. Education, what do you leave with? Qualifications. We've done degree. How do you spell diploma? Or diploma? Degree? I think we did degree. Yeah, we've already done degree. Lectern is a podium that holds your reading material. Ah, I see. Bachelor's. Masters. Debt. You do leave with a lot of debt, I must say. Honours. Maybe we're not getting that close. Professor. Is there any like alternative word for a professor? Graduation. Scholar. We had it. And what does the professor do? What do he be doing? Dean? That's an American word, right? You done student? I have done student already. Done scholar. Did we do grad? We haven't, and it's number 41. Faculty? Come on, just give it to us already. I feel like we're at 15. To do a hint will take us down to like single digits, and I feel like, to be fair, it will probably give us the perfect hint and then get it straight away. Mentor? I think we've done mentor. No, we haven't done. Instructor. Educator. Professor. Professor. Come on, guys. Think, man. You guys got the brain. I don't. Once we hit down to 100, 200, I'm done. I tap out. I got nothing. Yes. Brain. Work. So hot. I'm literally nothing without you guys. Without you, I don't think I'd ever get contacts though. I think we've done tutor. Have institution. We're going back to the building itself. I feel like we need to hone down. Professor can't be like a. Sometimes it's not the actual word that will get us to the place. It's thinking outside the box. Because we've gone from like graduate, PhD, university, research, education, student, professor. Where's my schooling? Maths? Are we doing subjects now? They're so far away. Science? Okay, we are doing subjects. Hint? We can't do hint now. We're at 4. Expert? We already did the expert? Subject. Subject has already been guessed. Literature. Seminar. We're getting closer. I got you down to science. This is as good as it's going to get. I won't get any closer. Tenure. Expert. Subject. English. Science. What else is science? Pharmacist. I have a feeling we're moving further away from the word with pharmacist. Close. Physics. 22. Biology. Number 6. I think it's closer to the science. Hogwarts, respectfully, I don't think it's going to be Hogwarts. I'll put it in for you just this once. They don't know that word, unfortunately. We just did biology. What is biology, science? What's the other one? One of you guys know it. I know you do. I somehow don't think it's anything to do with English. It's sciencey. Is it? Oh. Chemistry. 32. Come on, how's biology and science and... Wait, is there 3? There's biology, chemistry... Is there not another one? Oh, physics. Medicine. So far away. We're so close. I think this is borderline coming close to the highest that we've ever got. I think our highest is like 170 something. 170 guesses. Science, and we're 4 away. What is science? Biology. Animal. No. Sadly. Pharmacology. What is pharmacology? What does that mean? Can we try doctor? I think so. Yeah, doctor has already been guessed. Bacon, I thought you said something else when you said organism. Because you have such a dirty mind, I instantly just think you're going to write dirty things. Number 3. I think I'm tapped out. This is a hard one. I don't think I can go anymore. I think we just did horology. Did we not? Wait, I thought I already did that. The study of time 1. Right, criminology. I was going to say criminology. Criminology. Man, these are hard words. I hope we finish it because I struggle to remember how to spell these words. Hint. Barrow. We're at 2. The next one that we get that is above sociology is the answer. We cannot hint. Prodigy was from Pirates of the Caribbean. That's how you remembered it? Humanities. So much, so low. Guys, stop. I want to say stop, but it is one of these answers. But these are so ridiculously difficult to spell that I don't even know if I'm spelling them correctly. You know, I'm just going to copy and paste. That'd be the easiest thing. You guys better be spelling it right, because I'm not going to be typing them out anymore. All right, did you just make up a ology? Law? No way. Pretty close. Study? Manga cat. We're going through all these subjects and you think it's going to be study. I'm sure we've already done it. I've already done it. It's there. Below. Guys, I think Contexto has us beat. Because honestly, I can't think of a single word that it could be. I'm gonna have a quick look at Contexto. What is the highest number that we have? Study. It's not a word yet. Yeah. Contexto has thought of a word that hasn't been thought of yet, so no one can actually think of it. Contexto. The highest number we've got, actually we way surpassed it. The highest number we got was Sazzle with feedback with 103. We're now at 155. To be fair, this is just since we've been logging it, which is 1st of June. We've been playing this for like beginning of the year. I'm sure we've had it. Brain, this is the 3rd time I've typed in brain. It's not brain. I thought about brain. I thought it could be brain. History, I somehow don't think so. Geography, are we just going to go through all the other subjects that it probably isn't going to be? Geography, oh, it's close. It must be another subject then. What other subjects are there? Geography, maths, science. No. PE. PR? PE? No. What other subjects are there? Art. IT. Does I.T work? No. English? Have we done English? We've already done English. We may need to give up. You might be right. But I believe in you. One of you will get it at some time. Religious. I could put in religious. I can't put religious studies. Ari? Humanities. Oh, guys. It has been nearly 30 minutes and we have not got it. I think we might have to call it quits. I don't think there is a give up. There is a give up button. The big question is, do we use it? And if we use it, just again, there is only one word after this one. And we're going to kick ourselves if we don't get it. At the same time, I'm down to throw it in the bin. Fucking bacon. Yes! Woo! That was horrible. I hated it. I hated every second of that. Oh my days. That was absolutely horrible. Where's the date today? 19th. 164 guesses. Who picked economics at school? Was that even a lesson? Well done, Bacon. You're there. You made it. Oh, absolutely horrible. What is going on with the glistening? Oh, man. That was horrible. Bacon is a genius. If I could, I'd give you a kiss right now. That was horrible. Towards the end, my body started to creep. You're about to give up on us. I wasn't about to give up on you. I was making you guys make the decision. I was never going to give up. I believed in you. I kept saying, I believe. And when you knew picked it, I didn't even know it was a subject. Oh my god. Absolutely horrible. All right. Well, that was stressful. Very stressful indeed. Okay, so we've been live for 30 minutes and mostly that was Contexto. Okay, so quickly, I want to do a quick Bridgerton tier list. But before then, I want to just go through, for me, a little trip down memory lane. Now, as some of you know, I have quit my job a long time ago. And with that, obviously means I have zero finances. Also, sorry about the quality of the video. I don't know what's going on, but it's not great. I don't think I can sort it out. Can I? Just a little bit. If I turn the light up. Anyways, I quit my job a while ago, which means I have zero income. A few people have messaged me saying, why don't I upload videos? Why don't you do more manga hauls? And the like. And the reason is because I have no money. And a couple of people have also messaged saying, why don't you turn on memberships for YouTube? Because surely I've got the time. As in, like, YouTube requires you to have a certain amount of hours watched in terms of the videos and live streams that you have, as well as a certain amount of uploads. Well, I only recently just got access to this. So this is the membership plan, which I now have access to. I can apply for it. I haven't for around 2 weeks now. To do it, you need to... That's for the extra one. Say? Or it doesn't say. Okay, it used to say what the goals were. There were 2 types of goals. This is for like an enhanced membership scheme, like a partnership as opposed to like an affiliate. You need to have like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which I don't have just yet. But I have access to like the basic stuff, which I'm not gonna activate it because I don't want the money. Someone also said, if you continue on Twitch, why don't you do it on Twitch as well? With the memberships on YouTube, I'm sure you've noticed some people charge 99p, Caitlin, for example, and other people charge $4.99, which is like the standard. And then you can increase it and give like extra benefits and stuff like that. Twitch, on the other hand, unfortunately, is £5 only, exclusive. That's all you can do. You can't change it. There is a higher tier, and that's it. These are the last 3 streams that I've done in the past 3 weeks here. To do this, you need to have certain goals completed, which I did complete. I think a couple years, 3 years ago, I think I completed this. These are a bunch of like things you need to do. Just like, I don't know, let people know you have like 120, 250 viewers, 200 followers, that kind of thing. These are small things. This is the beginner, which I've done. Start the stream, explore your dashboard, which is like just over here. Update your stream title, which is when you go live, and update your category. That was easy. Build a community, reach 50 followers, which I've already done, and a few other things. And also a path to affiliate, which I can also apply for. If you get 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, average of 3 viewers. I got this 2 or 3 years ago, I think, and I've never activated it. Just because I feel like to take your money, I would need to stream more. And I already don't stream that much. So to the people that are asking me to add it because they want to give me money, I don't think that would incentivize me to go live more, or potentially burn out, which is most likely the main reason that's going to happen. The next thing to do is like go partner, but you need like stream for 25 hours in a month, which is quite easy to do. A stream on 12 different days, also very easy to do. The difficult part will be get an average of 75 viewers. My average is 11. And I think on YouTube, my average is like 15, 16. Obviously with Twitch, you have majority of people will watch you for video games. I'm quite fortunate that I have you guys that I can take from YouTube and tell you that I'm live on Twitch, and you maybe will watch me. Some of you won't. Some of you won't bother, which is fine. But either way, I will not be activating members, and I won't be activating applying for the Twitch affiliate. Like I said, if I feel like if I'm taking money from you, I'm gonna have to go live more regularly. Feel like I'm giving you something. And I've said it before, if you at any point do you ever find me boring or irrelevant or not adding to your personal life, then you can just stop watching me. I put the content out for free 3 years ago because I said I wanted to talk to people that were interested in manga. So I will continue doing that. If I got really big, like, with all due respect to you guys, I love the fact that you turn up every week, sometimes multiple times a week, and you contact me privately and in Discords and stuff. But if at any point I got so big that I would not forget you, but like I couldn't respond to you individually, like each one of you who message, I can potentially read it and respond to you almost immediately. I reckon probably at 25 viewers, which is what like my peak last year at certain points. It was very difficult, especially when I was doing the manga quizzes, very, very difficult to respond to everybody. If I got to like 30 people in stream every single week, either on YouTube or on Twitch, I think I'd probably then add it, or maybe more, because then I feel like I'm not having a conversation with you, which is what I want to have. And I'd be more of an entertainer. And I don't find myself to be that entertaining. However, I have had a YouTube channel in the past that I made money on, which I will show you now. So I've not told anyone about this. I come to every stream, I'm able to regardless of what the stream is. Yeah, I mean, you guys come whenever you want, regardless if I'm, talking about manga, giving away stuff, doing a quiz or whatever. You feel free to come when you want to come and just leave whenever you want to leave. So this, I may have mentioned before, I had a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTube channel. Now, I don't have any live videos on this channel. I think I have one. This is Team Epic Meow. So back in 2009, March, me and my friends created this YouTube channel. And we basically would just upload videos of us playing the card game Yu-Gi-Oh! We'd play the first match. It would be like anywhere between like 5 to 20 minutes. And then whoever won, it would be a best of 3. So whoever won, you'd then play a second game. If that same person won, then it would be just 2 videos. If the other person won, then obviously you go to a third game, and whoever won the third game won the whole thing. Sometimes it would be a draw. Anyways, we would do that to just house our gameplay, and that was it. There was no need to make money, no profit or anything like that. However, at some point we started gaining a large following. Now you can see here it says 2.47 thousand, so 2,470 people have subscribed to us. This number has dropped drastically. At the end of, so we made this channel in 2009 in March. By December, we had 8,000 subscribers. Now, to put this into perspective, in 2009, I think the most subscribed person on the platform was Niga Higa, and he had 1 million subscribers. Which is different now to where it's like Mr. Beast, who's got like 300 million or something like that. You must have been straight out of school. I'd been out of school for a few years. Yeah. I had been out of school for a few years. And yeah, it was just for fun. We used to go to tournaments. There was like 6, 7, 8 of us maybe. We used to go to tournaments together, and we'd see people, and people would see our videos. We used to do like deck lists, so people would see our decks that we would win at tournaments and give us input and congratulate us on winning, and like say, oh my god, I can't believe you were using this card instead of this card. That's very impressive, blah blah blah. Anyways, one thing I do take pride of is that at one point we were the second biggest Yu-Gi-Oh YouTube channel in the UK. Not in America, not in the world, because America is huge. But there was only one other channel that was bigger than us, and he had 10,000 subscribers. We stopped making videos. Actually, I do have some of the, I can just go, because I'm not really shy on what's here. So unfortunately, I did have to delete a bunch of videos. So the oldest video I have here is July 2010. It has 5,000 views. This one here from July 10 has 20,000 views. I think the most we have is 38,000. These are all like box openings also. We buy a box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, we just open them. And people loved it. Eventually we became quite big, and we go to tournaments and people would see us. I had the Haruhi Suzumi mat, which I've shown you guys before. People would recognize the mat and know it was me. But just before, I think it was 2010. So within a year, we got back in the day, you wouldn't apply for partnership. YouTube would just come to you and say, hey, we can see that your channel's doing really well. Here's a partnership program. And they gave us a list of like ad revenue, like they pay ads on our videos, and how much they were willing to pay us. I made about £8,000 in the space of a year. And all I did is use that money to go back into Yu-Gi-Oh! However, before 2010, a lot of the videos that we uploaded had music in it. And the other guy who had the YouTube channel, he was just one person, whilst Az was multiple people. We had music and playing in all of our videos, and he approached me and said, look, if you're gonna be a partner, you have to delete all of the videos that have music in them. So I did. I purged them all, which I do regret, because I didn't realize that you could actually just not monetize them. So you could have the video, have music in it, and then just not set it up so it was making you money. If you didn't make money, then you'd be okay. And if you had copyright claim on it, then you could just take the video, you could private the video, which I wish I did instead. Except now I've lost all those videos to time and I don't have them anymore. So I'm very upset about that. Let's see some videos. I'll play a couple of videos. Some of the videos aren't good. And plus you won't get it because they're Yu-Gi-Oh related, you know? How long were you into Yu-Gi-Oh? I got into Yu-Gi-Oh when it came out. So 2001, I think, 2000. The first structure deck, the first booster box came out, and the structure decks, Legend of Blue Eyes, and then the Kaiba and Yugi structure deck. 2005, I think, when I was in sixth form, or 2004, 2005, when I was in sixth form. I think that's when I started to pick up Yu-Gi-Oh, not professionally, but like properly. And then by the time I left school, I was able to then go to different countries. We went to Italy to play in the not world champions, but qualifiers. We've been to like loads of different regionals. I've topped out like one big event, topped at a few locals. A lot of my friends are a lot better than me. But yeah, this was really fun. This was a fun era of my life. And yeah, and then since we stopped using it, we've dropped a stupid amount of subscribers. YouTube purged a bunch. Manga Cat, you commented. Oh, I must have one video live then. Your channel. Oh, we have one video. This, I think this is just a video. Is it me? This is just us eating crepes after everyone flopped. Everyone didn't do good in the tournament we just went to, but I went and I came top 32 and I lost after that. This is just a video of us eating, this guy making crepes and then us eating it. And this is me. That was the event that we went to. It was in Leeds, I think. No, Sheffield. It was in Sheffield. But this is all it is. Just this dude making crepes. Who's this guy? Oh, it's Aaron. Yeah, he makes a cheese and bacon crepe. That's all it is. There's nothing amazing about it. But yeah, it was a good time. However, there is one video that I do wanna look at. I think it's the only one where it's like more like a vlog as opposed to. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cringe. Is it 2011? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is gonna be so cringe. I've not watched this video since when it came out. When was that? 2011. Right, so quick note. I still have like a nasal issue where I can't breathe through my nose. This was 13 years ago. So I was a young boy. I say young boy, I was like mid-20s. I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm going to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. First thing in the morning. This is January, so it's really late. So it must be like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. Let the cringe begin. You guys can't hear this, can you? Ah, you know why you can't hear it? Because... Give me just a moment. I just realized I'm playing this on Edge. Like, Microsoft Edge. And Edge isn't allocated to anything. Browser. So you didn't actually hear anything from from the crepe video.
It's good, people.
Oh my god. It's gonna be cringe now. Now you can actually hear it. Now I'm feeling self-conscious. And obviously the quality isn't good. So back then we only had 480p. We didn't even have 1080p on our cameras back then. That's how old this is. Can't hear, no sound? That's fine. You should be able to hear now.
It's good, people. It's been a while. It's been like just over a month since I last uploaded a video.
Oh my god, this is horrible. This is where I used to live.
For a bus, going to a local Yu-Gi-Oh!
And my hair had just started to recede and I was in...
Goddamn cars everywhere. Every time I make a video outside, just cars everywhere. I'm going to find somewhere quiet.
I move myself.
If I can walk whilst I wait for my bus. got like forever to wait.
Yeah, I was in denial about going
But
bald,
it's
so I
been a
kept
while
it. But I
since
should have
we
got rid
last
of
made
it
a video.
a long, long time ago.
I could give you 1,001 excuses, but we would literally be here forever. I hope you all had wonderful Christmases. And Happy
Over
New
Christmas,
Year's,
all of us
and
would obviously be
that
busy, so we'd have no videos to
we
upload.
sure
So it'd
did.
be like a
Got loads
month
of
of 0
prezzies,
videos during December
and
every year.
got really drunk on New Year's. Not that any of you actually care. New videos will be uploaded very, very shortly.
No, they won't.
I have a couple of decks I want to profile. Is that my bus? No, it's not my bus. Yeah,
What these disgustingly thick frames as well.
We've recorded a few duels that I want to get.
I used to think I was cool. I used to have
sorry, I can't look at the
earbuds,
camera.
like Apple headphones.
Quite
I'd
hard
wear
to
them
look at the camera
around the ear and
watch
then
where I'm
plug
going
them
in case
in.
I bump into someone. But it is like 7:30 in the morning, so I don't think I'm going to be bumping into anybody anytime soon. Guess I better turn around now because I think I see my bus. Like I said, deck profiles, I have dual videos.
Deck
ready.
profiles, dual
Well,
videos.
not ready, but I have plans to record dual videos with certain decks. I was playing scraps before.
Yeah,
Christmas
exactly.
time. They're
Horrible.
actually really good. Hopefully with the new stuff in whatever this new set's called, Scrap Shark. I think that might be quite good.
Scrap Shark, I remember
Scrap
him.
Worm.
You almost
Yeah,
have a
that'll be
special
quite
summon
good
a
as
scrap
well.
monster from your
That's-
graveyard.
There's a 2-star tuner you
Oh
can go
wait,
to
that's
Balkion
Chimera.
with the shark. Now at the moment I'm actually playing Frog Monarchs.
So
Two
back in the
variants I've
day,
been playing.
well, not back in the day. Even now, I think I'm too scared to do it. But when I was younger, I used to have a lot of. So I have really curly hair, like afro hair, like on my head and my beard. Because of that, on the beard, I get a lot of ingrowing hairs. And at some point, I decided, you know what? I don't want to keep shaving because I just have loads of spots. So I decided just to let it grow out. And it was shortly after this that I started to let it grow out. But it's
They're
weird
quite
looking
thorough.
at my
I've gone through both
bald
decks,
chin.
and they're actually quite fun. Probably the best deck I've played so far in this format.
Trendsetter, definitely not a
I did play
trendsetter.
X-Sabers for a little while at the beginning of the format, but X-Sabers just X-Sabers, you know. My bus is here, so I best jump on, run. Ah,
Cringe.
why is running so much effort?
So I think I'm going to a tournament.
Here it
And
comes.
because I haven't uploaded a video since ages, I decided
so much
to just
effort.
do a quick update video, which
you
is
like?
quite common
Skip.
back in old YouTube days. People don't really do it as often.
You seem to breeze past everybody.
They tend to like just go to Twitter or
Crazy.
Instagram. Oh my god, you can properly see me now because of the
You can
lighting.
actually see my
Look how
face.
fat I am.
Disgusting face. Yeah, I best go because people think I'm weird recording. Ah, that's not my bus. Ah, crap. So I finally made it onto my bus. I'm playing.
Also, back in the day, I
Final
had
Fantasy
no
just here.
like,
Anyone else play this game? It's actually pretty good. It's like all the Final Fantasy characters.
I had no barrier. Like I was just happy to whip out my phone and record straight away.
I got forever to go.
I couldn't do that
So
now.
I guess
I'd be too
I'll
scared.
start recording again once the bus is. It's getting light outside. I hate when it's dark. It's all gloomy in here. Whew. Just got off the bus. And
Where is
went
this?
to the cafe. Whoa. Had one sausage, 2 egg, 2 bacon, fried slice of toast, and beans. Perfect way to start the morning. It's like
You say, look how
9
thin you
o'clock and no
are.
one's
I
around,
guess
no
when
one's
you
driving.
are
I know
younger,
it's a Sunday and everybody lays in.
you just
Seriously,
assume
like, no one
that
here.
you've got like high metabolism. And
I
now I
might
feel
take
like
my
I'm
train now.
fitter now than I was back
I don't
then.
think I'll be late. I'll be early, so I better slow down. Went all the way to the train station and went to go buy my ticket. And oh my god, it's like
Look at me. I look older there. See like how my headphones is like draping over my ear? It must be cold. Look how red my ear is. This is my local train station. And I think I'm going to Harlow.
they wouldn't
This is Enfield Lock,
accept
where I used to
notes.
live.
So I got really upset. So I had to go all the way to the shop to buy a drink. Oasis! It's like the most refreshing drink in the world. Like the best thing ever.
I like Oasis
Nice.
because the
I'm about to hop on this
opening for
train.
the bottle
I'll be
is
here in a
huge and you can just stick my whole mouth in it. Also, I was a creep. So I'm playing
Well,
Pokemon.
well, in my eyes.
What is this?
So I'm about to hop on this train. Should be here. in a
Ruby
sec.
Sapphire? I think that's Ruby Sapphire. I think it's Ruby Sapphire. And then there was this girl who was sitting next to me. She's playing Pokemon Blue. I don't know who she is. I never approached her. This is borderline creepy. Maybe I should take this whole thing
You see
down.
that? That was like the best thing ever. That girl was playing Pokemon Blue. I was so happy. I was just about to whip out my micro Game Boy I got in my pocket here. Micro Game Boy. I was playing, what am I playing? Pokemon Emeralds. And then
Pokemon Emerald. So I was close.
I
Ruby,
see the girl
Sapphire, Emerald is the next
playing
one.
Pokemon Blue. I was like, what the hell, man? It turns out I'm actually like an hour early.
Yes, I think I'm just going to
went to this other
a
shop.
store and I don't say anything. Nothing else happens.
I bought some pink sleeves as well. Maybe since I
And then I
so I'm gonna go.
whip it out and I say goodbye and that's it. The rest of the videos are just like random like deck lists and talking about the banned list because every so often cards are so powerful they just get banned. But yeah, there's like just videos of us opening packs and stuff. Just like normal stuff. You get that now. You get this kind of stuff nowadays. We don't have these. We don't have these mats anymore. I think just us opening packs after a tournament that we've won. It's like 12 minutes of just 100 pack openings,
Always cards that people are constantly using. Like they.
and that's it. But yeah, I could show you a bunch more. I could go in and make these all live. I probably never will. My friends don't want to watch them because a lot of them are of me now. Because I kind of edited all the videos and I also did a lot of the deck profiles. My friends did do the deck profiles as well. But they, at that age, like my mid-20s, a lot of my friends started having kids, getting married, that kind of thing. So they kind of didn't have a lot of time for Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, it mostly was me. And sadly, I did delete all of the old videos that included my friends. We had like maybe 400 videos just taken away because I said so, because of the music and everything. I just couldn't, I don't know, in my mind, I was like, if we were going to make money from this, I want to make it proper. And I don't want to have any tarnishes on the account in case it gets, because they told me about the 3 strike situation. If you have 3 strikes, your channel gets taken down. That really scared me. So I decided to delete all the videos because I thought we could all make money from this and use that to go to tournaments and stuff. It didn't work out in the end. I ended up, spending most of my money on alcohol and drink and going out and stuff. And I didn't put any of it into Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Plus, all my friends stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, so it's like, I'm going to tournaments for what? And it kind of sucked. Not that I regret doing it, because that's a part of my life that I hold dear. But yeah, I thought it was a bit of interest. And a slight insight to how long I've been on this platform as well, 2009. And I've uploaded videos ever since. In fact, I have a video. I think on this channel. So my first video that I uploaded was so the first video I uploaded was 9th of May 2021. 2, 3, 4. Man, 3 years I've been uploading videos. Crazy. When should a weeb move out? Now I made this because I just moved out of my mum's house. And I kind of wanted to talk about things. Oh wait, no. There's a couple of other videos that I had before then. I spoke about anime that I watched in 2021. I also spoke about Phantom Sea getting cancelled because I was really upset about that. Before then, I tried to like make a few gaming videos, like analytical videos that didn't work. But before then, 2014, I uploaded videos about the manga that I bought in Forbidden Planet. I called it Manga Monday. And I would just basically show, it was like a manga haul basically. I would just show the small amount of volumes that I picked up. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total. Only one of them is public. The others aren't public for whatever reason. But I've been making videos for a long time. And other than that £8,000 that I made from the Yu-Gi-Oh videos, I probably won't want to make any more money off of you. Because I also feel like you guys come and go as you please. If I start asking for money, you'll probably show up less. Because I'll be kind of forced to go live more often. and it probably won't be able to deliver like a good experience. Original pack open. Now YouTube is flooded with them. YouTube was flooded with them beforehand, to be fair. You could find Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Vanguard, old Digimon packs from way back when. But yeah, now they are literally everywhere. I feel like there are a lot more now, because the people that watched me growing up, like I remember going to tournaments and seeing young kids as young as like 8, 12 coming up to me saying, "Oh, what's your deck video? This is the deck that you made, but I've added a couple of other things, so I can't afford the really expensive cards, but I'm using this instead, and it's really fun. Thank you." It was like really touching, and not to say that I have touched loads of people, and well, don't say that. Not to say that I've affected loads of kids and they've gone on to make Yu-Gi-Oh videos, but maybe they have, and I just don't know about it. But a huge generation of kids that are growing up now or making YouTube videos now used to watch videos on YouTube 5, 10 years ago. So the kids that probably watched me when I was a kid are either grown-ups, got their own kids, that kind of thing, because it was such a long time ago. We love Manga Monday. I don't think you do, because I don't think any of you have watched my old videos. Because I can go into my analytics and I can click on individual people, and it can show me how long people have been subscribed for. So I can tell that Zoe's been subscribed to me for 20 months. Yeah, maybe I'll do Manga Monday again, though. That was back in the day when I lived at home with my mum and I had loads of money. But yeah. There were some old videos. I will not be charging you any money. And if I do, I don't know if I would actually. I don't think I want to say if I would. If I did, it would have to be in a long, long time. And I'd like have to have such a large following, because I'd then be banking on you guys financially supporting me. Well, I might as well just go get a job and just continue doing this as I have been. Did I meet Zoe through YouTube? We'll save that for another story time. For now, Bridgerton tier list time. All right, this is a tier list from tiermaker.com. Someone has made this. I am just stealing it for the purpose of this stream. There's a story? There's a story, dude. There's a long story, I'll tell you that much. Want to beat me in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament? Bacon, don't spoil it. Right, let's do... All right, Bridgerton tier list time. All right, I can't do all of these because I don't know. I can't remember everybody. I can't remember all of their names. So this tier list has been made by someone. So what do we have? Top is Benedict Bridgerton. Illy, I love you. Okay-ish, meh, annoying, chair, but make it electric. Okay, cool. So Benedict Bridgerton, understandably, needs to be pretty high. I don't know why, because I feel like he wasn't in it that much. All right, I'm just going to pick some of these random characters. Not all of them affect me that much. I'm also going to change the name. I'm also going to change the name of them. I'm going to do... S... Can I just... Yeah. S... A... B... And I think I'll just do C and then F. Actually, you know what? Hate. Absolutely hate. Hate. Okay, so this is only for season 1. I recently just finished season 1 of Bridgerton. I won't be doing huge spoilers, but I will be just explaining some things about their personality. So first, I'll start off with Benedict Bridgerton. Is this Benedict Bridgerton? Is this him? It looks like Benedict Bridgerton. I think this is Benedict. Or is that Anthony? Can't tell. These pictures are so terrible. I think this is him. Zoe, have you finished making the thing? Do you want to come in? You can tell me who the characters are. Season 2 is my favorite. Well, I've watched one episode of season 2, and I tell you what, I'm not a fan. I feel like they're already overacting, and they're adding too much comedy in it. When the first season felt like a proper period drama with subtle jokes, now I feel like they're just adding it on the slapstick. Not a big fan. Anyways, Benedict Bridgerton. I think this is him. I'm gonna put him, or is this him? So you need to come in here and tell me who's who. I think this is Benedict. I'm gonna put him on C tier because I don't think he's that important to the story. He's the second son of the Bridgertons males after Anthony. He's in it for a little bit. I mean, he's in pretty much all of the episodes, but he's not. To me, he wasn't a big impact. His side story was meh. He likes to do art, and that's it. So he's very uninteresting to me. Let me do the other Bridgerton. Is this Colin? Is this Colin, the small one? Colin is the youngest, and I actually quite liked him. Is this Colin? I think this is Colin. I think it's Colin. The first one I chose was Anthony. Is it? I can't tell. The thing is, some of these characters look like they're from like later seasons, but maybe they're not. That is Colin. All right, this is Colin. Colin, I think, is going to go in B tier. I wish he got more screen time. He was in every single episode. He kind of fell in love really quickly, which isn't, unheard of. People fall in love all the time. And you know what? He showed such great passion towards the woman he loved, and unfortunately it didn't work out. And what sold it for me was his speech at the end when he told the woman he loved that he would have done anything to have kept her if only she was very open and truthful. Which just, one, the scene was very powerful for him, but also for her. Hello? You okay? You want to come in? Yeah, you could just... I don't know who the characters are. This is Benedict, right?
Yeah.
He's in this column because he wasn't a big character in it. And I feel like he was... Oh, you smell curry. You smell good.
I've just made a curry.
Yeah, I don't think he was in it that much. And when he was in it, I just didn't feel like... I don't know. He was that great. He just stuck around. He's found someone who taught him how to... Not taught him. Like, persuaded him to continue his love for art. And that person was more interesting than Colin, in my opinion. Not Colin, sorry. What's his name? What's the other one?
Do you know anybody's name?
Yeah, I do. Benedict, sorry. Benedict. This one's Benedict.
Yeah.
Benedict was
He's
the
in
one.
the wrong column.
Yeah, Benedict was the one. He's the painter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think he was that interesting.
Because you haven't watched enough.
Okay, I'm talking about season 1. We're not talking irrelevant. Season 2 and 3
not
do
think
not
he was, like,
exist. They don't exist right now because I've not watched them. So
he
I can only go
had
based off.
such a beautiful relationship with his sister. You could see that he was like really sweet and kind, and he was funny,
Yeah.
and jokey,
Yeah.
and he should be in a higher column.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him in C, but you'd put him on B or A?
Oh, he's an S tier.
Okay, cool. I put Colin at B because I liked his speech at the end of his moment. You know, when he's talking to who's this girl? What's her name?
Marina.
Marina. When he's talking to Marina, his comments about how much he cared for her and that he was willing to do anything.
Yeah,
should she only open up to him,
so
and she didn't.
sweet. Should be in a higher column.
I feel like that was the only thing that he did, so I'm just gonna leave him on B. Are you struggling?
Questioning all my life choices.
All right, let me do big man.
Anthony.
Anthony.
We've only watched one episode of series 2. Are you just ignoring that episode? 'Cause
Yes,
I feel
100%,
like
100% ignoring. This is season 1 only. 2 and 3 do not exist in my mind, so I can't rate them based on what they're gonna be, how good they're gonna be. So I think I would put him at B tier also,
Okay.
only because he was quite bratty.
Yes, in series 1.
Yeah, he was very horrible to Daphne, and I didn't like him.
I don't think he was horrible to her.
Yeah, I think he was horrible. I know he felt like he was being a man and doing what the man is supposed to do, and pick a husband for her, and making sure that she doesn't get with a scumbag, someone who doesn't gamble, etc. She tried to put him up with this old dude.
Yeah, no, that was a mistake, clearly. But
Just because based on his track record. Doesn't gamble.
yeah,
He's got a good family.
well,
He comes from good stock.
how many times did you watch it?
Once.
Can I just say as well, all the way through, every single episode, he was like this. Oh my God. And like this.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I'll get a video next time.
Okay,
We
boss.
watch it.
Okay. I'm going to leave him on B tier just because he annoyed me more regularly.
He should be in a higher column, but
He annoyed me more regularly. Every time he came in, he just shut everybody down. I know he probably... Maybe you have bias because you've watched season 2 and 3. Yes, he redeemed himself at the end. If he was an a-hole, like he was the beginning, if he remained the same way he was in the first couple of episodes, I'd probably put him in C tier. I didn't hate him because, yes, he was looking out for his family and he only wanted best for them. However, there are more things in life than just running a family. But then I guess this is the time period that it's in.
can we do this again after watching series 2?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
and 3.
Okay, sure. All right, I'm going to leave him at B tier. The fact that Colin had less screen time and less impactful scenes, that one moment he had touched me so much in the heart. He's like a golden boy. He was so pure and so willing.
So why is he in the same tier as Anthony?
Because he
who
got
you've
long-
just had like some pretty negative things to say.
Because he does have a lot of redeeming qualities towards the end. He does change his ways, but those changes don't automatically bump him up to an A to me. I consider the whole package. I don't just include the first bite. This is really tasty. Oh my God, I've eaten too much. This is sickening. And now I'm going to rate it really horribly. I like to do a middle ground. He has some really low lows and some really high highs. So he goes into B. I'll do the rest of the Bridgertons quickly.
I mean, we should do them in order.
I've done all the boys. I don't want to do all of them.
You haven't done all the boys.
Or the young boy.
Well, you either do them in order.
Who's this one? No, that's not.
That I can't remember his name. He's the artist.
Yeah, he's the artist. What is the other Bridgerton then?
Other Bridgerton boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the young boy.
The young boy. This one.
Yes.
Him.
Gregory.
I'm just not gonna rate him because I can't put him in C. I feel like he was just a kid.
Yeah.
He was cool. I want to do like main characters.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's do Lady Danbury.
Let's do Lady Danbury. Oh, okay.
She
You
is-
did not seem to like her at the beginning. You were like, who's this? She's so mean and
At
rude.
first, yeah, she reminds me of my auntie, like who's not. She's quite stern, and when you look at her, you think, oh, she's a bit fierce. But you know what? She says it with such. Everything she says is with such, like, matter of fact, and then she smiles at the end.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though it's a little bit either condescending what she said, or maybe it was said with praise, the smirk at the end of most of her sentences makes it that much lighthearted. And she's always looking out for the people she's talking to. She's never like backstabbing anyone.
No.
And the fact that she looked after the Duke from such a young age kind of sold it for me, because I really liked him. And what I really liked right at the end, when Daphne finds out why the Duke is the way he is, she says, you're so amazing. I can't believe you did this all for him. And rather than taking the praise, she said, no, it wasn't me. I literally showed him the way. He got there in the end. It was all his doing.
Yeah.
She took none of the credit for the person he is today.
Yeah, but
And I really respect
he
that
is the person
about
he is
her.
today because of her.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took none of the credit at all. And she's just funny.
Yeah, she is funny.
She's just lovely. Sorry, I forgot. I should do the rest of the Bridgerton. Do the mother Bridgerton. Who is the mother? The mother
Violet.
is Violet. Is that her name? She's down here twice for some reason.
She's so good.
Yeah. I'm gonna put her an A. She was just a delight for me.
Yes.
Every time she was on screen, she was just lovely.
Yeah. Your heart wasn't beating as fast as when the Duke was on.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. So Violet, I think, was probably the character. Whenever most of these characters, when I saw them on, I was interested to see what they had to say.
Yeah.
Either I couldn't wait to hear what they say, or oh my god, I can't wait to hear what they say, so I'm gonna hate them even more.
Yes.
You know. And yeah, she was just lovely. She was lovely to all her kids. She would be S tier. However, there was that small, tiny incident that she had with not explaining. Obviously, it was of the time. The mother didn't really explain what sex was.
That.
And I feel like
That's not something that they would ever have a conversation
no,
about.
of course, and I get that, and I feel like that should have been the big thing. You know, I feel like that.
I think that's the point, though.
Yeah.
Nobody's mother in
Back
their
then,
circles would have talked about it.
I just
even
wish
said
that she
those
did.
words.
I wish that she did. Maybe it's like I'm
Yeah.
contradicting myself because like it's of the time. That's what they did. So maybe I should rate her as per her attitude during that time period. I feel like if she had done that, she would have prepared Daphne, or not necessarily the downfall, but you know what occurred between the Duke and Daphne would not have happened potentially, or could have happened differently if only her mother had explained what it means to have sex.
Yeah.
You
Did
know?
your mom explain it to you?
Yes, and I don't really remember
In
it.
detail?
Not in big detail.
Mine didn't.
Mine was, it was less like how it happened and more like, do you know what sex is? Yeah. Okay. Don't have it because, and then proceeded to recite some situations that happened in our family because of sex. Like I've got an older sister, which I didn't know of. That was one of the first times I got told about her, was during that time. But she told me a few things, and the thing that stuck in my mind was the reason why we was having this conversation is because I bunked off school, to be with my then girlfriend. And mum just assumed I was doing it from then, and I wasn't at that age. But mum told me about it. In my head, I was thinking, oh my god, I can't believe mum was talking about this situation with me, and I hope I don't get in trouble for missing school. And I was kind of ignoring the story that she was telling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of wish she did tell her in some way. But she's just lovely. She's a lovely person. I would put her close with Lady Danbury as well, but I don't know. Every time I saw Lady Danbury, I was like, yes, she's on screen. She's going to say something witty and fantastical.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the daughter either because she was kind of funny. But
yeah.
she's
She's a child, though.
She's a child, yeah. Both the children were very funny. but I can't put them on S tier just because they were funny. They had hardly any screen time. Their contribution to the family is like just lightheartedness, but you can't really. When I feel like personally, when I rank things, these three I would probably put at B tier,
Yeah.
all for different reasons.
Okay.
You know, she had far less screen time than her older brothers.
Yeah, because nobody's interested in watching a series about a 13-year-old.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah. But when she was
in
on
a few
screen-
years' time, we'll see her season.
Yeah, and when they were both on, when they were both on screen, they were lovely,
Yeah.
and I loved them.
Okay.
Let's do Daphne. I think she was a delight.
Yeah, you did love Daphne
I loved everything.
so much.
I loved everything that she stood for. I loved when she got with the Duke and she moved to his place and she tried her best to like familiarize herself with everything. She thought she was doing best by the people, and even when she didn't, like when she saved all the pigs from slaughter and she found out why the townsfolk didn't like her, because obviously the pigs would help the person who owned the pig gain the business, blah blah blah. She decided to change that immediately, rather than, oh well, that's just my statement and we're going to leave it at that. She was willing to change. I also felt bad for her when she found out about the Duke and the way he said about him not wanting kids.
The fact that he lied.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand.
She didn't understand. I really felt for her.
Yeah.
He was very...
She's just very naive in that respect.
She is, but then you are, as her supposed to be what, 18, 19, 16, however old she's supposed to be. You are young and naive at that point. And unless people are telling you, you know, and she was woman enough to step up to the plate and express herself, express her feelings, which I can imagine back in the day wasn't that easy, to talk to the man and tell them about what they're doing is wrong. You know?
Yeah.
She took it all on the chin. Personally, I think for this series, for me, again, I liked just seeing her on screen.
For me, she's not S tier, but
Would you put
yeah,
A? B?
probably A.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't dislike her, but I don't love her as much as I love other characters. And that, and I'm trying specifically to think of just series 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was fantastic, though.
She's a good lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this Eloise?
No, that's Felicity.
There she is. Also S tier.
Yes.
Again, very witty, very bright, very funny. I like the fact that her hairstyle is just totally different to everybody else in the whole series. It's like she cut it herself. She just doesn't care. She's not as... It sounds rude to say. I feel like she's not as stereotypically pretty as all of the other characters are trying to be. When you look at Daphne, you think, oh yes, she's very plain, very pretty, porcelain face. You know, her hair isn't particularly like amazing. Like, I actually like Penelope's hair, and I just assumed all of their hair was like that. Everyone was going to do up their hair, but Daphne didn't. But Eloise, she just doesn't care.
No.
And I like that about her. She just doesn't, she's not interested.
She's like a modern woman, but she's like trapped in this situation where she can't be a modern woman.
Yeah, she can't be.
Yeah, she's so funny and she's so clever and
yeah, she is. She was very funny.
Yeah. She also doesn't really care what anybody thinks. Which I like.
That's the other thing.
Love that
She doesn't.
about
She
her.
really doesn't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a few moments that were quite funny with the Queen as well, where she was trying to find out who Lady Whistledown is, and she was very frantic about that.
Yeah, well, she's terrified of the Queen, obviously. Like, I would be terrified.
It was funny to see like how confident she was in front of her family and friends, and then she was in front of the Queen. She's like, oh my god, I'm like a little mouse in front of a big lion. What do I do?
Yeah.
And she was stuttering, which normally she's so eloquent with her words.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, she was hilarious throughout. She was amazing. Are there any other Bridgertons?
Just the 3 youngest.
Just the 3 youngest. These 2. That's it, right? Just those 2.
No, well, the other sister, Francesca. But
Francesca, that's this
Yeah,
one. I don't
yeah.
really remember Francesca.
she isn't in it that much, and they won't say anything about
Well, don't say
season
anything.
3.
Just don't say anything.
She isn't the character she's supposed to be. She just plays like a random person,
Yeah.
basically. So I think you
Okay.
just can't count her because that's not who she's supposed to be.
Okay. Well, these are my, including Lady Danbury, these are my Bridgerton tier lists. And you wouldn't agree with most of these?
No.
The
I
boys,
mean, yes and no. Yes.
the boys would be higher?
Yes to Eloise. Daphne's like a little bit down for me.
Yeah.
All the boys. I don't know about Colin, honestly. Like, again, I'm biased as I've watched the most recent series. But yeah, I think he's A tier.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's S tier. We're going off series 1, okay? So
Okay. All right, let's do...
Benedict's in the wrong role.
Let's do Featheringtons.
I know which column most of these are going in. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I won't do hate. I'll put this one because
No.
I didn't
She
pat-
can't go in that
I
tier
particularly
because that
didn't
is
hate her.
You
But-
can't put her in the same row as Benedict. You either hate her or you're not putting her on this screen. No. I thought you wanted my help.
No. Help identifying who the people are.
Yeah. So
then
you're
reminded me.
confused because you've put them in the wrong place.
These are the sisters, right?
Yes, they're the other sister.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I hated the mother.
We need
Lady-
another row in between those two rows for those.
Do we?
You took it out, and it clearly you need to put it back in.
Okay. I don't think I can add another row.
Add a row.
Add a row.
Yeah, put it there. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy with this then. I did despise the mother. I was so excited every single time to see the mother
Be
on screen.
awful.
Yeah, be on screen. I didn't like seeing her awful. I just wanted to see how much more of a hole could she dig herself and how much more can she make the audience dislike her.
All I'm gonna say is you are in for a treat.
That wasn't the worst of it.
Ah.
Okay, no spoilers. All right, but the sisters I thought weren't too bad. They weren't like wicked stepsister kind of deal like with Cinderella, for example.
No. They have their moments where they are awful, and then they can have some slightly. I don't think there was any redeeming moments in series 1, if I'm totally honest. Is there? Were they nice ever?
No, they were nice.
They're not even nice to each other quite a lot of the time.
Well, I feel like they were in season 1. I think you probably struggle to remember
No, I've
season
just watched
1.
it.
I know, but I don't remember
was
ever
there.
them being horrible to each other. Maybe they make snarky comments, but
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's just being sisters, though.
Well, I don't know. I don't have any sisters. But...
That's true. Yeah. Well, siblings, then should I say? But yeah, I thought they were okay. Like they were there and whatever. I did like one of them had a love interest, and I don't know if they started courting.
Yes.
They
are betrothed.
Yeah, they were. No, they weren't.
They were betrothed.
In season 1.
Yeah. And then the dad got
the mum
involved and called it off, but she wanted her to get married, and because there was.
Must have missed that part. Must have been playing Pokemon.
For a few minutes,
But
he
yeah,
was playing Pokemon.
the sisters were okay. Much more tolerable than
Yes.
in terms of like entertainment, I'd probably put her up here.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she's down here. She's just so self-centered and horrible to Penelope.
And yet she is not the worst character in. Who do you hate anybody more?
I'll get round to it, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she was just horrible. But I liked seeing her on screen just to see what kind of dastardly deed she was going to do and, horrible things she was going to say.
Yeah.
She just spits venom a lot of the time and lies. When she was trying to butt lick Lady Bridgerton and who just walked away, that was disgusting to see.
Yeah.
People's opinion of you, and yet you still try your best to worm your way back in, and it just clearly didn't work. Penelope, she can go B tier for me. She was cool, a little bit whiny at times, But I liked her.
I think she is meant to totally fly under the radar
Yeah,
in this series, and you know
that.
why.
And you know why, yeah, I get
And
that.
she is very...
a lot of them do fly under the radar, I feel. But I liked her relationship with Eloise.
Yes.
I liked the fact that she was completely different from her family. She did stick out, sadly.
She's just very sweet.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
And also innocent to a degree, but not quite as much as you initially think.
Yeah, of course. There are a couple of instances that I think to myself, the comments that she made, I get it. You want to protect the one that you love from disaster. But she went about it the wrong way. She also said things that were quite mean and malicious, in hopes that the one that she loves wouldn't be picked by another. And I didn't really like that. But she tried to say it in a way that this man is pure, you shouldn't do this to him, it's not fair. And then that didn't work, so she said, well, you know what? He's my friend, and I think this, and I that. Like, well, now you're just saying what you think about things, and it's not about him anymore, it's about you. And I felt that was a bit self-centered. But she was great. I loved her.
Yeah.
She was great. Not enough to put her up here, but she was great.
Forgive her enough for what she did, though.
Yeah. Yes, somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that low is outweighed by the extremely high highs.
Yeah.
Do you say what's this girl's name again?
Marina.
She can go to C tier. I don't hate her. I completely understand her circumstances. Falling pregnant in an era where you are not allowed to have sex before marriage.
Awful.
Yeah, is an awful situation to find yourself in. Her story in general is quite sad. The outcome at the end, where you find out about the baby daddy, was very sad. Very sad.
That was a mess.
She was both happy and mortified all at the same time, and I really felt for her.
Yeah.
I also understood her reckless behavior for wanting to find a partner whilst pregnant and keeping it from everybody. I get that. I don't think it's something that everybody would agree with, and clearly didn't.
Yeah.
But I can understand where she's coming from. She's just looking out for her family, or to be family, and herself as well. She
literally has nobody else.
Exactly, she doesn't.
You don't know what you would do in any time of desperation. You don't know what the situation's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do feel for her. And it's a horrible situation. For me personally, that is such a horrible thing to do, to lock someone into something like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Colin at the end, like I said, why he's B tier, because he was hardly in it, and when he was in it, his big part was falling for Marina.
Yeah.
That's when he was just there making comments, being a brother, blah 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 blah, and then suddenly he became this guy that he's going to be the one to potentially marry Marina, and his comments at the end is what put him straight up in my books.
Not even higher than a B though.
No, because it was a really big impact. But I feel like he didn't do much else other than that. I guess I could put him up to this. He's a nice guy. Yeah, I just feel like it's such a horrible thing to do, to trap him into something like that without telling him.
Of course it was.
And if she had done what he said,
she didn't do it like
maliciously.
No. And she
in
genuinely liked him enough that she thought, this guy is a good choice, and I know we can be happy together.
Yeah. No, I get that. If she had expressed herself...
It wasn't just like, this guy will do.
Yeah. If she had
I don't
done
care
what Colin...
that I'm ripping his life apart because I don't care what happens to him. Like,
no, I get that.
He was she chose...
That's why she's not like down here. Because it wasn't out of malicious. It wasn't like, I need someone, he'll do.
Yeah.
She did care for him. It was obviously a bit quick as well. She was quite forceful.
Yes.
But if she had maybe expressed herself a little bit... explain her situation a little bit more to Colin, and obviously then it would have gone the way Colin said, then I would have probably bumped her up to like a A as well.
Yeah.
But it was such a bad, malicious thing to do. And even when being told how horrible it was, she ignored the fact and carried on. with
I
it.
think she was already so far deep,
gone.
and it was
Yeah, I
like,
guess so.
I can't start over with
Yeah.
somebody else. I just need to continue with
Yeah,
this
yeah,
because
yeah.
this is my only option. I feel it. I
Father
feel it.
Featherington, he goes down here as well. Absolute tool. Hated him. Absolutely, he's horrible in every sense of the word. I disliked him so much. He didn't care about his family to spend all your. That is him, isn't it? Lord Featherington, right? To spend not only your wealth, but your family's wealth and home, as well as, like, not even double dip. He just kept going until he got the riches.
I slightly disagree with the category. I would say he would be a D for me.
Yeah.
Purely because I think if you looked at it like, this guy has a severe gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Like many people do now, you know, like addiction to anything,
Yeah.
whether it's gambling, drugs, alcohol. It's not that he can't, you know, he can't control it, but he genuinely broke down because
he
he
did do
knew
that,
how
yeah.
badly he'd messed
Yeah.
up.
To be fair,
And
most men
and he
wouldn't.
felt so bad
Yeah.
what he'd done to his daughters. He was like, I've spent all that money. What am I going to do? And he cried on her shoulder and she was like, oh my God, this is like, what is this?
I
I've
guess
never had
you
this
are
relationship.
right.
And I just feel
Yeah.
like he wasn't horrible. Like she comes across as being horrible. He's not horrible. He's just so lost.
To be
He's done a
fair-
bad thing. He feels bad about it, but he's an addict and he can't get himself out of it. You know, so I feel like
After he had that breakdown, they went to a party. He didn't turn up, and Lady Featherington came home and blamed him for something. And he said, "Why are you blaming me? It wasn't anything to do with me. I wasn't even there." And then and didn't really like acknowledge her, considering the situation he's in. Like, I thought he would have more consideration and time for his partner, which clearly he didn't have before.
She has spent all of his money that he did have. Like they don't love each other.
I'll stick him here then.
He's stuck with her and she's stuck with him.
Yeah, I'll stick him in D. I really dislike him,
Yeah.
to be honest.
And you
'cause
really dislike them, but you don't hate.
I hate this one.
Yeah, I know.
I love to hate her as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoy
Yeah.
disliking her,
Good.
which does make her, sadly, in my books, a good character.
Yeah.
I sometimes hate liking the villains a lot of the time. All right, that is all the Featheringtons, I think. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Who's this dude? This is the one that
Lord Burbrook, get.
he can.
No, he needs to
You'd
go in
hate
the
him.
bottom.
Oh, yeah,
I
he-
hate him
He had
so
that.
much.
He had that issue with that. He had that section with in the gardens with
Yeah.
Daphne,
He
which was
forced
horrible.
himself on her,
Yeah, which wasn't
which was
great.
awful. It wasn't great. It was awful.
No, not a
And
good look
you
for
don't
him.
know at what point he would have stopped.
No,
If-
that is
if-
true.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't because the Duke came into the yeah, it wasn't
She
him.
ducked him.
Daphne took care of that.
Yeah.
But the thing that made him so awful was that even after he was told by Anthony, listen, actually I've changed my mind, you're a creep, leave my sister alone, he then went back with more and he was like, no, actually, I'm gonna blackmail you and I'm gonna threaten to tell everyone that Daphne
That
is
was the horrible part. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
and he's like,
the
and he
blackmail
kept
afterwards is what.
pushing it.
Yeah.
And at that point, he was like all messed up because everyone had punched him at this point.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I just, he was so awful. And literally the only way to get around it was, I mean, it was Violet. She totally pulled through.
Yeah.
She found out that dirty secret that he was hiding from everyone, which made him an even more disgusting human being.
Yeah,
Ooh,
no,
that guy. Yeah, that
I
guy.
agree. I forgot about the blackmailing
Horrid.
thing. Yeah, there's nothing worse than blackmail.
Also, he was just a super creep.
Yeah, he was a little fair bit.
You
I don't know
know,
how
like-
old he was, but he was a fair bit older, wasn't he? What's his name?
Lord or Nigel Burbrook. He probably hasn't got a list in that list.
Probably.
He'd be
correct
far down.
guess. Find him another time. I
You
want to
don't
find
need
out how old he was. But he looked old.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he was meant to be like, I don't know. He must have been in his 40s.
Yeah.
But then his mother, yeah, maybe, yeah.
All right, let me do quickly the Duke. For the first
Let's
few
not
episodes,
pretend you're gonna put him
for the
anywhere
first
else.
for the first few episodes, he was up here for me. He was very suave. He was very mysterious. He had a nice ass, and to be honest, every time he instigated intercourse, my heart
You were up
throbbed.
for it,
My
yeah.
heart throbbed a little bit, yeah. And then he broke it. He was horrible to death. Absolutely, the words were so spiteful and mean and misleading, assuming that she knew what sex entailed is such just a lack of knowledge on his part. I feel like he knew she didn't know what sex meant and how to have it,
And he
how
took advantage of that.
Yeah, and he took advantage of that, disgustingly so.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. I would maybe even put him to B tier just because of how long it went on for. Because he not only was it horrible, not only did you find out that he didn't want kids, which was one thing. He let his lust overtake him and he pursued her. He kissed her first, made her, what do they call it? He called her, it made Daphne, because he kissed her before they were married, which meant she was spoiled.
I mean,
I feel like
yeah,
Anthony said something. You've
I
something
guess.
my daughter, my sister. You've like tainted her
Ruined.
or something. Yeah, you've ruined my daughter, sister. Sorry, which is one.
Because, yeah,
I get
it
that.
doesn't mean anything. Like a kiss is nothing.
No,
but
it
back
doesn't. Back then it meant a
could have
big
also been everything. Like they could
Yeah,
have
of course.
done
Exactly.
it. Anything.
Yeah, exactly, and I get that. But then obviously he went on to say how he couldn't have kids,
Yeah.
which was obviously difficult. And then you found out why he can't have kids. Isn't that he can't? He just didn't want them, and that was
Because
obviously
he made a vow.
yeah. I get that. That was the point that
Yeah,
just-
it was a stupid vow.
yeah, that was the thing I didn't like the most. The fact that he kept disrespecting Daphne after once, and she potentially could have been pregnant. And he was like on her all the time. He was like, all right, not only do I want kids, I'm now going to make sure that if you do have my child, I will provide for you, but I will not talk to you. Also, if you're not pregnant, I still won't talk to you. And we will just be in this manner. That was just spiteful and downright
I just
mean.
think
he was horrible.
I think he
Horrid.
was okay, and I'm not like trying to bump him up any higher because I would say is fine. I definitely thought you were going to put him as an S tier.
Oh, without
But-
if he wasn't so spiteful in like the last two episodes, the second from last
But-
episode, I would probably still stick him in S. But the fact that he did that was horrible.
I know, and I totally agree. One thing I will say is that this person was raised with no mother,
Yeah.
no loving father.
Yeah,
Like he was raised by a teacher and a housekeeper. He was left alone for most of his life, and he doesn't understand what a happy, wholesome family life is, like Daphne. And he probably didn't even realize how good he could have it. And I feel like you've got to give him he is naive in that respect.
Yes.
She was naive when it came to sex. He was very naive when it came to married life.
yeah.
And he thought he wouldn't be. Like he thought he knew everything.
Clearly not. I think
Clearly not.
I
I
think
just think
communication
that-
is key, and
Yeah.
twice they had like a heartfelt conversation. The first was after they found out that they couldn't have kids and they're still going to get married. He thought that, oh, we are getting together and I've ruined her. Okay. He felt like he had ruined her because he'd kissed her before marriage, and now she was forced to marry him because of that, and she probably didn't really want to, and
Yeah.
she thought
The miscommunication was
something different. But then they had that
next
nice
level.
conversation, like, I burn for you, and he was like, I burn for you, and then they had that lovely, like, intimate moment,
You remember
when
the
they had-
words because you loved it so much.
and they had actual, like, meaningful sex,
Yeah.
and it was great. It was amazing. Yeah, I was there in my head with me and him, not me and Daphne, me and him. And then, and a similar thing happened when he said about not wanting kids and how disrespectful he will basically be if she is pregnant or if she's not pregnant. Regardless, he's just going to be an arsehole. But then they spoke afterwards and Daphne opened up about finding out about his upbringing,
Yeah.
and explaining that you don't have to be scared, and having that conversation could have happened so much earlier But he just didn't want to have it. He just wanted to be a man and just say his thing and have his word not questioned. So it bumped down for me.
Okay.
But I liked him overall. And he has a nice.
We all know.
And he has a nice rump. Father hate, absolutely detestable, disgusting human.
Awful.
No disregard,
Piece
no
of-
regard for his wife. Just wanted her for children. Clearly, she tried to have many. And when he got the son, he just didn't care. And then he didn't care when he did get the son because he had issues speaking. And even when
that
he
was
tried,
because he'd left it.
and
like,
even when he
left this
tried his
child-
best to like express to his father, I'm doing my best to educate myself. And he had that moment of fear where he started to stutter rather than in listening and being like, oh yeah, you've clearly come, far beyond what you originally was able to communicate to me. Now we can have a proper conversation. All right, you're still stuttering, but we can get there. My lineage will continue with you.
Yeah.
He just didn't care. And then right at the last second, it's like, I'm so proud of the man you've become. And
and it's got nothing to do with you.
yeah, the Duke of Hastings will live on in you.
I
And
get why he made the vow, like I can understand why he would
No, of course.
not want to continue that line, but he
Yeah,
is
me too. I wouldn't want to.
he is literally nothing like his father, who
Yeah.
has not put anything into his upbringing other than like paid for his education, but he hasn't put anything into that person.
Yeah.
And he's not nothing of him is going to be passed on.
No,
Except for his
of course not.
DNA,
And
which
no one
means
really
absolutely
and no one
nothing.
really cares
Yeah.
that he's gone either. You can tell that from all the way that they act when they come back when they're married. All the servants. I don't know if you don't call them servants, do you? Call them servants, helpers?
Yeah.
Or servants. The way they act is so like they're frightened in a way of the current Duke that he's going to be just like his father. And clearly he's not.
Yeah, then
So you can his father's personality and words have stayed within the house for far longer after his passing.
yeah.
They still linger there, and everyone's still scared of that atmosphere. Anyways, you guys hate all three of these. I hate. I dislike them very, very much.
You gotta do the queen.
The last one I'm going to do is the Queen, and then I'll just throw the others in. She can go A tier. She was funny.
Yes.
She was hilarious.
Yes.
I also really felt for her and her relationship with the king, which I know you said you get a lot more of that in her TV series.
Which everybody needs to watch after they watch series 2.
So I'll watch it at some point. But yeah,
We
she
will
was
be watching
she was
it.
great. She was funny. I also liked that I didn't know if she was a nice person or a horrible person, because I feel like the way she talks, it doesn't show a lot of emotion. But she is the queen.
She's just bored.
Yeah, she's also very interested in Eloise when she's trying to find out who Lady Whistledown is. And I feel like there was a little girly gossip in her. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out. There's like different layers of her.
Yeah, there's so many layers.
She's very subtle. The Queen is great.
Yeah.
The Queen is great. All right, let me do the last few.
I feel
wanna
like some of these are kind of insignificant.
Yeah, they are insignificant. I like this dude. I like his relationship. I like what he stands for.
Yeah.
Definitely. His speech to Benedict was great.
Yeah.
Not only did it,
I can't remember his name.
I feel like it transcends the TV, and it was like perfect for modern day. It doesn't matter what you identify as or what what your sexual orientation is.
Yeah.
You can find happiness in anything, and he struggles with that happiness in the society that he lives in, but he's found it and he's happy.
Yeah.
Does his wife know?
Yes.
She does know. Okay, you did mention that, but I don't recall
Because
understanding that she knew that.
Well, Benedict goes to the party, or one of the parties, and he walks into the room and he sees that guy with his partner, his male partner.
Yeah. But
He
then
comes
later
out,
on, he sees
No,
them
he-
at a party, don't they?
he comes out and then he starts to get cozy with Madame Delacroix.
Yeah, yeah.
And that guy's wife at the same time.
Oh, was that the
and
wife?
then he meets the wife at a party and he's like, that guy's like,
yeah, and then this
oh,
is
and
my
this
wife.
is my wife. And he's like,
Oh,
oh.
I didn't make that connection. I didn't know that was the
It's
second
like,
girl he was getting with.
First of all, you've got a wife, and then it's,
Second of all,
I've done stuff with your wife.
yeah.
How is that okay? And that's when he feels like really awkward and he kind of
Oh, okay, now I understand. Now.
clearly he was catching some
Yeah,
Pokemon
yeah.
when that bit went on. But yeah,
I like the French lady as well. Pretty cool.
she's not French though.
No, she's not French. She lies. The prince, he's not in it for very long, but I liked him for the moments that he was in there. He was very. I liked him.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
not.
there.
He's not a bad character.
He pursued Daphne. Daphne allowed him to. They done a few. I don't know if they did like a few dates or anything. And then he was very not happy, but like he accepted her choice to move on. He even challenged it. Like, you know, maybe I misunderstood, but I feel like we had something.
Yeah.
Unless I was misunderstood. And she was like, no, I did like you. I did see something going, but you know, this opportunity has come, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know what? Absolutely fine.
Yeah,
and
the
not
way
many
he
men-
dealt with
yeah.
it was so
Exactly.
nicely done.
And similar to Colin, who was not in it as much as the prince, they had the moments they were in were very impactful.
Yeah.
And it made me love them even more. I don't think I was just the girl
That was the opera singer.
the opera singer.
Anthony's.
Yeah, I think I'll put her B tier. I liked her. I wouldn't put her C tier because I like her more. I always liked her. You can't help falling for someone and have them manipulate you or, you know, promise you things. At the end of the day, love is blind at some points. And towards the end,
She started to stand up for herself.
Yeah, she got glasses. She got a third eye, and she could see everything. And I can imagine it's really hard to want to be with someone, and not even like that she could be with him. She could never have been with him.
No.
And she allowed his words to sway her for so long. And at some point, she stuck it to him. And she said, no, I can't. I'm so sorry. I want it. I just know I can't get it.
And the way she said with so much confidence, you know that this is never going to be a thing. And Anthony finally, at the end, is like, I'm so sorry I've done this to you. Because everything you've just said is true.
Nail on the head.
And
It
I
got
can't believe you've said it.
Yeah.
But yes, I do know that. And I'll leave you alone now.
Yeah. And I think she was very strong
Yeah,
for
she
doing
was.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never judge someone for letting lust not control them, but like have influence on their decisions.
I don't even think it was just lust. I think they
They
genuinely
loved
did
each
love
other.
each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
But they just were from different worlds.
Of
Like
course,
it just wasn't
yeah.
ever going to work.
That's it's such a difficult thing to do for her.
Yeah.
For him, it was easy to just dip in and out because he has such a lavish life. She probably has
Yeah.
to work so much harder in a different way to him.
Yeah.
You know, little to no money. Was that her house that she was
He
in?
paid for it. He paid for her
When?
apartment. That was mentioned in like multiple episodes.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice.
Like the mother knew that he paid for a flat on the other side of town that
Right, okay.
the opera singer lived in.
Right,
and
okay.
stuff. Yeah. Because he wanted to take care of her and that was the only way he could.
Yeah.
Like, take care of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hope she's happy. I don't know, spoilers? Do we see her again?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I hope she's happy and she stays happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. I really did. Bad decision making, maybe being with them. Maybe that's why she's B. But
Yeah.
who's this dude?
That is Sir Philip Crane, who
Who is
Marina's baby daddy's brother,
Yeah,
who
B-
steps up.
B tier.
He
Yeah, he was
is
great.
a really nice guy.
He was great.
We
I
don't
would-
see much of him.
I
but
would stick him in. I would stick him in A, but I don't think.
You don't see enough
You
of
don't
him.
see enough of him,
maybe.
yeah. And it was very, very admirable for what he did. It kind of felt like he wasn't 100% in it. He was doing it because
Out of duty.
Out of duty.
Yeah. But still,
And the fact that
he
he
doesn't
came,
have to.
Yeah, and the fact
He
that
could
he
just
came
leave her-
back as well.
Yeah.
Like she said no, and he was like, "Fine, I wish you all the best," and left. And then she obviously realized she was still pregnant and said, and obviously we didn't see it, but went back to him. So
Yeah.
I'll take you.
I'd love
And
to have
he's-
seen that conversation.
Yeah. How awkward would that have been? And
By
then
the
he was
way.
like, no. You
Yeah.
know what? I'll come back for you. No
Yeah.
problem.
And that was like out of a respect for his brother as
Yeah.
well, which
This is the
shows-
lady that follows
That is
Daphne.
Daphne's
to
lady's
she
maid.
can be B tier. She's fine. I like her.
Yeah, and she explained to Daphne what nobody else did,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
with no
Yeah.
judgment about her being like
Yeah.
naive. and
Yeah, she was
innocent.
cool. I wouldn't rate the kids because I feel like you just rate them just on their funniness, and they're all pretty funny. And I don't know,
Yeah.
if anything, I'll just put them C tier. Nothing of him. That is my Bridgerton season 1 tier list.
Yay! Only a few things I've got to disagree with, but we'll come back after season 2
Sweet.
and then maybe season 3.
Maybe. Who knows?
And Queen Charlotte.
And Queen Charlotte, yeah.
Them all.
Are we? All of them.
You know what? I haven't actually forced him to watch this.
Yeah, you did.
We put an episode on in the background while we were playing Pokemon. I was like, should we put something on the TV? We never turned the TV on. And I think I just kind of saw Bridgerton, because it's always on Netflix, isn't it? It popped up. And then I was like, okay, we've watched an episode. Should we turn it off? And he was like, should we not watch more? And then it was like, are we watching Bridgerton tonight? What? And, you know, we'll finish series 1 in like a week.
Yes.
Now we're watching series 2.
I'm excited. More Pokemon.
And we're still Pokemon, and yes.
Well, that was it for the Bridgerton tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know many of you probably have watched Bridgerton. I feel like some of you haven't watched season 2. I will be watching season 2 in the next couple of weeks. Something like that.
Yep.
We'll finish within the next couple of weeks, hopefully. And then season 3. Or maybe the Queen one first, then. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Okay.
It kind of does, because stuff in season 3 doesn't necessarily make sense until you've watched Queen Charlotte, which you have to watch after season 2. For anyone who is interested.
Well, you heard it here first. All right. I think it is time to leave. Did you like the video, actually? Baby.
It wasn't cringe enough.
Baby-
I was expecting something way worse.
Baby me. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. And I will see you all on Wednesday for book club.
What's book club this week?
I'm doing Ace's Story, manga 1 and 2, and then the Shokugeki no Sanji. Spoilers, it's terrible.
Don't read it, guys.